What is a passport bro? That's kind of a topic we've been exploring here on the empirical journey. So this video is the passport bro pandemic. And it's from Ray Like Sunshine. We'll give his video a watch and see if it deserves a subscribe. And let's get into this one. Let's see what Ray Like Sunshine has to say on his analysis on what is a passport bro, because I'm still not sure. It seems like there are a lot of different answers to that. There's a lot of different groups and camps, but let's see if Ray Like Sunshine can answer that question for us. Let's see what he has to say.
Are you lonely? Do you wish you had someone who will love, tolerate you for all your good parts and your bad parts, but let's be real, mostly your bad parts? If you resonate with any of these things, you should come move to Passport Bro Land.
Yay,
Passport
magical.
Bro Land is a wonderful place where no matter who you are, no matter how much money you make, and no matter how unpleasant you are, you'll find someone to be your trad wife. That's right, for only the low price of moving your entire life and your entire social network and basically everything, you'll be able to find love as well. All Western women want these days is stuff like stability and emotional intelligence. And that stuff is super. So if you don't want to be a loser, come to Passport Bro Land, where everyone is a loser.
Great intro.
When everyone's a loser,
everyone's a loser.
No one is.
Oh, no one is.
Welcome back to the light side of the internet. Abroad. Saying I'm a passport bro is kind of like the most PC way of saying I'm red pill adjacent, or I'm MG Tao, or
don't know what that is.
I get no. Okay. Maybe
True.
That's a hot take. But the rising passport bro
so true
has seen its fair share of criticism both in the West and in the countries that they're moving to.
It's true.
What exactly is a passport bro?
Let's find out.
The definition of a passport bro is someone who goes to other countries in order to pursue romantic relationships, whether that's because of quote-unquote toxic feminism, Western dating culture, or other forms of cope to explain why they have no riz. But I felt compelled to make this video because the more research I did on passport bros, the more I realized that I don't even think passport bros know what passport bros are.
That's so true. We have no idea. I have no idea what a passport bro is, really. I've seen so many different camps, so many different beliefs on why men are, or what the reason, what the goals are. So I don't believe there's one common definition for what a passport bro is. But let's see if our buddy here can nail it down a little bit and tell us exactly what that is.
Yearn for partnerships where respect and love are mutual, where they feel valued not just as providers or romantic partners, but as men with their own needs and aspirations. How to get a big booty Latina.
Yeah, the important stuff.
Not off to a great start here. It's crucial to understand men opting for life abroad aren't necessarily fleeing from women at home. They're fleeing from a cultural ethos that no longer values, celebrates, or resonates with them.
How American women sound when passport bros travel for true love.
And I'm not lying. You can't ask me to do a motherfucker.
The concept of passport bros arises from a perception that traditional values and harmonious, which they mean family-oriented, behaviors are more prevalent among foreign women compared to the cultural shifts observed in Western societies.
I'm just gonna be the one to say it. Filipino girls are hottest.
Okay.
I mean, that's true. Filipino women are hot. But I think a lot of people have many different motivations for traveling so far in search for love, and I don't think it's all traditional values. I mean, I think most of us would like a partner that's interested in a family and a woman who's interested in being a mother, and I think that's something that's harder to find today. A lot of women want to put off families until very late because they want to focus on their careers, and that's fine. You have the freedom to do that, especially in most of the world today, but we definitely have the freedom to pursue whatever our dreams may be. But some of us want families. Some of us want children. We want offspring. We want to create the next generation that's going to lead the world forward. Isn't that the whole purpose of life? Got to be one of the main reasons. Let's get back into it.
So there seems to be some contradictions. What is this?
That's
Some
true.
sort of
There
passport
are.
bro civil war?
Yes.
407 years ago, our fathers brought forth to this continent a new nation conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
That's pretty good.
Unfortunately, that means that dating is really hard now, so I'm actually going to go forth to another continent where men are a little less equal. So, bye! So given these contradicting point of views, is there like a collective definition of what a passport bro
No.
is? Is there like something akin to a codex passportes that we can go off of? Surprisingly, yes there is. This is the official Passport Bro site, which
Wait,
is a website that
the
looks like it was
official
designed-
hold on. We gotta go there. Let's go take a look at this. So there really is an official Passport Bro website. Who made them the authority of being a passport bro? Okay, we're going to have to do a full video just on this website. We will circle back around to it. This is a very interesting website. We definitely want to dig further into the official Passport Bro website. Let's see what else we have to say regarding this.
designed by someone whose passion is graphic design. And just a fun fact, they also happen to sell a $150 travel bag, which you can get off of Etsy for $75.
I was gonna think like
and which
$5.
you could get off of Alibaba for about 2 gallons of gasoline. So I'm not gonna go over this AI generated word vomit that is this 2000s ass modem ass looking slow ass website, but here are kind of the main points that they're trying to make.
Something
Passport
tells me
bros are
it
driven
may-
by their desire to find a woman who embodies femininity.
Something tells me it may not actually be the official Passport Bro website. It just sounds like a cash grab.
Ass looking slow ass website, but here are kind of the main points that they're trying to make. Passport bros are driven by their desire to find a woman who embodies femininity both inside and out. Like, you definitely can't find that in the West.
You can.
Cooties? In my fucking country? The website also claims passport bros are driven to other countries due to the lack of traditional values, morals, and common decency within the West. Which to me is funny because one of the biggest reasons why traditional values still exist within developing countries is because of the lack of opportunities that are presented to the people living there, which usually leads to a more abundant exploitation of women. Oh, I'm sorry, did I say funny? It wasn't like a haha funny, it was more like a
End quote. Which to me is funny because one of the biggest reasons why traditional values still exist in developing countries is because of the lack of opportunities that are presented to the people living there, which usually leads to a more abundant exploitation of just women, only women. I don't think that's true. So this is the Global Gender Gap Report that is put out every single year. And this is the most recent 2025 edition. It's put out by the World Economic Forum, and it is the Global Gender Gap Index annually benchmarks the current state and evolution of gender parity across 4 key dimensions: economic participation, opportunity, educational attainment, health and survival, and political empowerment. And they've been doing this report since 2006, and we have downloaded the 2025 report, and I've scrolled down to page 13 where we can see a list of the countries that have the least disparity between the genders. And as we can see, Iceland, Finland, Norway, there's no surprise there. UK, okay, that's nice. But let's look. We're starting to get into a few passport bro countries. Costa Rica, oh goodness. Philippines, number 20, well ahead of the United States, way down at 42. And other countries ahead of the United States is Colombia, Liberia, Rwanda, Jamaica, South Africa. So plenty of passport pro destinations are definitely included here. So I don't know if that's a factual statement, friend. I don't know if the statistics back up your claim, but I'd really like to know more of one of the biggest reasons why traditional values still exist in developing countries is because of the lack of opportunities. Because according to this, the United States is way down the list on lack of opportunities for specifically women. So why don't we have tons of traditional values? This one's just a swing and a miss. All right, let's get back to the video. All right, you can keep making that face, but it's just not true. We looked at the numbers and not a good point on that one. He's making a lot of good points, though. Let's continue.
That's funny. And the fact that the official Passport Bro site says this means that they see this dynamic going on and they're like, fuck it, we ball. That's like if you saw Red Bull losing the F1 Constructors Championship
I don't know what
and
that is.
replace Checo
Don't know who he
with
is.
Liam fucking Lawson. Seriously, why the didn't you guys choose Yuki?
My God! Okay, it's happening. Everybody stay calm. What's the procedure, everyone? What's the procedure?
I think he has a crush on Yuki.
But the website expects this argument and is quick to
I don't
go,
blame him.
no guys, we're totally not exploitative. Here's a TikTok to prove it.
One thing I really liked, even before we got married, he respects my family as much as he respects me. That's
Yeah, they seem like a
Look,
loving
to be
couple.
completely for real, this couple looks happy and healthy,
Yeah,
and I love
good.
that for them.
At least he's being
This video
fair.
is not about them, and I'm
Good.
sure there are plenty of Passport Bros who are looking for a healthy relationship
Very
and
objective.
are looking for genuine connection with
Yes.
someone. It's more about how the Passport Bro community as a whole is toxic, or at least how they portray themselves online. You know, like how right below this video that I just showed you guys, the uploader International Passport is promoting their video, How Freaky Are Asian Women in Bed?
The question we must all get answered. I get your point.
It's
Point
like, did
taken.
the creator of this website even check to see if this was a channel he wanted to use? It's a TikTok re-uploaded onto YouTube. Of course we can trust it. So there
There's
still seems
gotta
to
be
be some
facts.
incongruencies, some dissent, some contraventions existing within the Passport Bro community. In fact, I think the only thing that Passport Bros actually do agree on is parroting the same line of traditional values over and over again. Just like how I say, I'm only gonna have one Girl Scout cookie, or how
I've heard the traditional values line a good bit. I'm not even really sure exactly what it means. I think it just means someone who's more traditional, someone who wants a family, who wants children, who wants to raise the next generation. That's what I always took it as. My first wife didn't want children, and at the time I was okay with it. But as I got older, I knew I was missing something. I wanted a family. I craved a family. It gives you so much more purpose than just living life for yourself. It's serving others, your children and your partner, your wife or husband. I do believe traditional values are missing in the West, and that they can be found in more abundance outside of the West. It's just been my experience, but okay.
certain German minister in the 1930s said, guys, I just want half of Czechoslovakia. Guys, I swear, I promise. See, the traditional values argument, which we already established is only really true because of the unequal power dynamics within developing countries, it's also complete bullshit.
Going to third world, they're not hot. They're hotter.
Yeah, we've already established that the power dynamics in developing countries is nonsense. I don't know why he keeps going back to that. He should have looked up data and stats instead of just taking a talking point he heard somewhere else and regurgitating it.
Go to Colombia. When I went to Colombia, the 40-year-old women look better than the 20-year-olds in Rodeo.
Dating at 1010 in Medellin, Colombia. Bagging baddies in Colombia.
Been to Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, and now I'm in the Philippines. And I ain't gonna lie, these Filipino girls are hot.
Oh, so it's not that they actually want traditional values. It's just that they can't get the women that they want in the West because
I mean, you can want both. You can want someone who's attractive that you're attracted to, and you can want someone who also wants a family. You're allowed to have those preferences. You're allowed to search for both. This is a miss too.
they have no riz. Honestly, these dudes are like
None.
the same people who go to strip clubs and claim that they're not going for the strippers. Hey, man,
I go for the buffet.
Whoa. Look, I am just here for their personalities, okay? One even says they like me. Her name is Moonlight. I don't think that's a real name, big dog. You shut your mouth. She loves me and that is her name. Because
I'm in
Because
love with the scripper.
let's be honest here. If they really were looking for just traditional values, they would have just up and moved to Utah. And this is so blatantly obvious when there are passport bro accounts like
I mean, that's a good point. You can definitely find women with traditional values in the US. I would also like to point out that a lot of prominent voices of conservative, traditional value women on the right are also encouraging women to forego family and focus on career. There's nothing wrong with that. If that's what you want to do, if that's what makes you happy, go for it. Chase that dream. But I want a family. So I can't have someone whose primary focus is their career. It just that dynamic will never work. So there's even a deep rooted feminist influence even on the right as well. Just some thoughts.
this, whose entire page is just them creepily filming women on the street. Yeah, the traditional values are so strong that I don't even need to talk to them to know.
Things I like about the Filipino girls is one, they're super quiet and they're not loud. If you guys know anything about New York girls, they are super loud, obnoxious, and the Filipino
Don't go to
girls
the
are not like
Visayas.
that. And me personally, if you guys see my page, you see me on YouTube, I'm extremely loud, I'm extremely outgoing.
What?
I agree.
What?
What?
So when girls are loud, it's obnoxious.
But when I'm loud,
you're loud,
it's
you're
okay.
outgoing. I think you just hate women and are obnoxious.
Honestly, in America, all they want is, hey, can you take me to the Cheesecake Factory? Oh, no, let me retract that. The Cheesecake Factory
Too
now
cheap.
is like you're broke.
Yeah, I mean, no shit. When you're in a country where the standard of living is higher, the standard to succeed in that dating market is also going to be higher. That's just basic facts. But if you're not comfortable with that, you can still definitely find someone who appreciate you for just you. There are plenty of so-called
true.
average men who do just fine on the dating market. What
Yeah.
I don't understand is why is the default solution for passport bros to go somewhere where the standard is lower rather than, I don't know,
Because your money goes
raising
further. It's
their own
simple
standards?
economics.
I don't get it. Why is nobody coming to buy this lemonade? Yeah, it's definitely the customer's fault. This guy's a couple more
100%
videos like
customer's
this too.
fault.
Now
I
I
agree.
realize why American guys come to the Philippines to find a wife. You guys won't even understand. The Filipino girls, I'm not gonna lie, are hot.
Yeah, we get it. Move on.
Coming from America, all these women always say, and this is an American thing, happy wife, happy life. In the Philippines, it's happy relationship, happy relationship.
I agree with
Now,
that.
in America, honestly, I used to hate when girls always say, you need to make me happy as a happy wife, happy life. This has to change.
Say you don't know how to make a partner happy without saying you don't know how to make a partner happy. Look, I don't know what this guy's dating experience is,
No,
but
we
I
don't.
can swear that it is not that hard to please someone in a
I agree.
relationship. You just
I think the main issue for a lot of people is reciprocation. If I'm putting forth all of this effort, am I getting equal and balanced reciprocation? Am I getting it back? And I think a lot of men's experience and women, a lot of people's experience has been no, you do not get that reciprocation. And what I've found with my current partner, who is from the Philippines, who we're building a family with and building a future together, I get a lot of reciprocation, and I've never experienced that quite before. I lie. I did have one relationship, which I probably was responsible for messing up early on in life, that we were so young, it would have probably never made it the distance anyways. But outside of her, I never felt any reciprocation. I mean, I was expected to go above and beyond constantly, and all I wanted was someone to be nice back to me, which is the bare minimum. And all I ever got was just all I ever got was just a headache and hard time.
But in all seriousness, it's literally just about caring about the other person.
Yes.
Listening to the
Yes.
other person.
Be a good
Being there
listener.
for them and like,
Mhm.
I don't know, maybe making them laugh once in a while.
Yeah, be
So
funny.
if you
Women
don't
especially
like
love
it
being
when
funny.
women laugh and are loud with you,
You're weird.
Maybe you're just into dudes.
Because all you want is a damn handout. All you want is what a man could do for you, and it's not supposed to be like that in a relationship.
I mean, he's
You
making a
give this
point, though.
girl the most simplest
It's not just what the
200
man can do for
pesos
the
damn
woman, it's
dinner,
about
and they're in love
reciprocation.
with you.
Look, and I'm not saying this about all women in developing countries, but from what you're describing, it seems to me like you're just giving people in the Philippines a handout too. The only difference is that you can actually afford to give them what they ask for.
I will never be.
All women want security. Women rarely share resources with men, and it's expected for men to provide for women. And if that's expected in both developed and developing countries, but you get more reciprocation back as far as what we as men are looking for, then it's a no-brainer. You get your passport and you go overseas. I mean, if you can find what you're looking for here, if all your preferences can be met, and this is for men or women, awesome. More power to you. But there's something about dating women in other cultures and other countries and not exploiting them, not going over to be a sex pad or pay for prostitution. No, honestly, talking and getting to know people, not just women or potential partners, and seeing the difference in the way of thinking about things and going about solving issues. It's a very powerful dynamic that can help us grow as people. So it's not just about I can't afford a woman who expects a man to make $300,000+ a year minimum, which there's definitely a component to that, the rising expectations in the West. Simple economics, go where your dollar goes further, I guess. I don't know. I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't think it's exploitation or anything. So, yeah, let's get back to it.
In a relationship with a man that have no money.
I know this guy.
Which brings us back to
Chad
how
to dad.
traditional values are tied to a lack of opportunities. And once people are granted access to those opportunities, they very, very quickly detraditionalize because honestly, the traditions are fucking dumb and stupid. The couple I just showed are TikToker and self-proclaimed
I don't think he understands
passport
what we
bro
mean
Chad to
about
Dad,
traditions.
and his Filipino now ex-wife. Chad to Dad
Current
recently
wife.
had this to say about his impending divorce.
Current wife.
It only took 2 years, literally to the day.
I remember this
December
video.
27th,
Yeah.
For my Filipino wife to become fully Americanized.
This was
hate
last year.
Everything about me and what I provide, and decided to leave. There's
Should
a
have
lot
never
to it. I'm
aired
gonna go
this.
into it.
Proceeds to incoherently
Private
for 4
business.
minutes.
When
But
we got back from Orlando to St. Simons, Georgia, I was greeted with the announcement from Jayan that she wanted a separation. And then I discovered through text that she had been discussing this with her family and making plans to also take the children. And I'm gonna go into my bunker. So I came downstairs in my nice four-story mansion. and just stayed by myself.
I don't know if 4-story mansion is the vibe I'm really getting here. Do you mean 4-story mansion as in 2-story house with an attic and basement? Do you mean 4-story mansion like
probably.
you're lying? Do you mean 4-story mansion as in you have a total of 4 comic books in the house? Also, I love the way this man plugged this.
I came downstairs in my nice 4-story mansion.
Oh no, I just dropped my silver YouTube play button.
Pick it up.
No, how am I ever gonna fix my silver YouTube play button? God, that was cringe. I'm honestly genuinely impressed how he kept a straight face the entire time.
How are
I'm not
you
gonna go
keeping
into
a
the
straight
full
face?
details of what happened here, but if you are interested in the full story, Because I'm Missy has a really good video covering
We'll have
all
to
the
check
Chad
that one
Dad
out.
lore. But
I'll need to
in
check that one
essence,
out.
the final straw of the story was when Chad Dad was super disrespectful to his wife's parents when they were going to Disney World, including calling them slobs.
When we came back from one of the Disney World days, I called them slobs for leaving the food out.
Refusing to eat any of their cooking.
I did not eat the food that they cooked. It wasn't because I didn't like it, and it wasn't because I wasn't hungry. It's because I protested.
And literally saying F you to them.
I told Ate, F you too.
I heard 2,
When
so
she
it
said
sounded
that I
like it
was
was a
being bad
response.
host.
It's so nice that he comes onto TikTok to openly admit.
Yeah, he
all
shouldn't
of
be
these
sharing
things
all
for
of
a
this. He
judge
shouldn't
to
be
see.
airing
Different
out all
cultures
his
get
business on
perspectives in
TikTok.
different ways. So don't come at me for being a racist.
This isn't even just disrespectful in Filipino culture. This is just being a dick.
They're in
And
the
yet,
US.
Chad Dad
In his
complains
house.
that the divorce is happening because of Americanization.
It only took 2 years for
That's
my Filipino
dumb.
wife to become fully Americanized.
Bro, she didn't Americanize. You're just an asshole.
Jan is not
That's true.
Americanized in that she's
Probably.
materialistic or even greedy.
Allegedly.
But she senses and she knows the support that she would get if...
What the is that supposed to mean? My guy. Chatty daddy. That
I
argument
think he's
does
saying
not
if they
sound
split
as
up,
good
he
as
would
it did
still
in your
take
head.
care of her.
Damn. It sucks that my wife has divorced me because she felt safe enough to do it. And in all of these TikToks, at no point does he actually take accountability for
That's
his
true.
actions. He only
He
talks
doesn't.
about the money he provides, or how sad
That's
he
important.
is that this is happening.
He's a good provider.
Or
That's
how
awesome.
it's everybody's fault but his. Your wife isn't
kinda true,
something
too.
that you can buy. Just because you
That's
have
true.
money doesn't entitle you to a relationship. You should be asking yourself questions like, are you fun to be around as a person? Or
Good advice.
are you just a good person? And apparently the answer is no.
I told Ate, you too.
And it kind of just brings us all back to the reason why I just don't vibe with the passport bro community. In my mind, their
I kinda
entire
don't
premise
either.
is I'm not able to meet the standards that I think there are in the West. So I'm gonna go to another country
different
to
reason.
not actually have to work on myself or change my attitude about dating. It's the path of
That's a
least
big
resistance. I
generalization.
frankly just don't respect that. Also, it apparently doesn't even work. How about if you have trouble dating, maybe try...
So this is the most recent Chad to Dad video that was posted 20 hours ago. Today is September 14th. Let's see what he has to say.
Hey everybody, Chat to Dad here, and by popular request, you've all been wanting to see more of my mother-in-law, Sonia, and I've come over to
Mother-in-law?
thank her for making breakfast this morning.
Wait, I thought they got a divorce.
Everybody, this is official.
She's like 10 years
introduction
younger
to
than
Sonia
him.
Gudaduz Kunanan, my mother-in-law.
They're probably about the same age.
And I know things weren't so great in the beginning of the year, but things are better now. Yeah?
New baby?
And Papa's coming very soon to see his...
So the grandfather's coming soon to visit.
latest granddaughter, and it's going to be quite a
So it
different
worked
story
out.
than it was back in January when we were just having it was just a normal family fight.
A family fight. We're not going to watch the whole thing, but yeah, there's a good little update on Chad to Dad. So maybe we need to make a revision in our video and update some information because they indeed did not split up or get a divorce. It was just a very publicly aired fight. All right, so we're almost done. We got just about a minute left. Let's see what Ray Like Sunshine has left to say. Let's see how he sums all this up.
self-improvement and actually take time to work on yourself as a person. Do you think that women only want men with muscles? Okay, go to the gym. Do you think that women only want men with money? All right, then go network, find a higher paying job and make more money. Or
that sounds like
here's
red
an even
pill
better idea. Realize that the
dude
things
bro
I have just
advice
listed are completely false. And the
Okay.
vast majority of people out there don't actually value those things as much as you think they do.
I agree.
And that your problems with dating are literally all in your head.
Your
Because
problems,
you're trying to
things you
find
need to
a
work on.
normal and well-adjusted human being without yourself being a normal and well-adjusted human
That applies to
being. I don't
some
know.
people. No, you
Just
don't.
a thought. Anyways,
It is
if
a
you
thought.
made it this far, thank you so much for watching. My Adderall is starting to wear off, so I'm gonna like wrap this up now.
Yeah,
I
this
hope
was
that
pretty
all of
good.
you
It was
have a
quick. It
wonderful
was
rest of your
clever.
lunch
He had
break,
some
and
misinformation regarding developing countries having more exploitation towards women because of the gender gap. And he also claimed that Chad to Dad divorced his wife, which they did not. They are still together and they had their third kid. But overall, I think it's a great analysis, and he had a great definition early on of what a passport bro is. We're definitely still learning a lot. We're going to watch some more videos, and yeah, I like his content. We're going to give Ray Like Sunshine a subscribe. There you go, buddy. And you can find the link to his video in the description. If you like the content, give me a like and subscribe. There's a lot more to come. Bye, guys.